Hey, what's up, guys? This episode of Log Horizon, it was kind of like the last episode in the whole, like, feel of the episode. Like, it never was a time where I was bored, and it never was a time where I was like, man, this is the shit, dude. Like, you need to watch this shit. Like, it's just one of those anime that you kind of just, you watch because it's good, but it's not, oh my god, I need to watch this. Now, what happened in this episode was, the first thing that's on my mind, what happened in this episode, is that we get to see the little girl, Sarah. That's how you say her name, but her name is spelled S-E-R-A-R-A, but it's pronounced Sarah. We get to see her and, like, the cat person that saved her. We saw a glimpse of the cat person in the last episode. We get to see her, like, she, and when we saw her, she was cleaning, like, the cat person's house and making it spick and span, like, just cleaning it because her subclass, oh yeah, and I never got into subclasses and stuff. Basically, if you're a player in the game Elder Tale, you have a main class, which is who you are, and a subclass, which is, like, you could, like, Shiro's subclass is that he's a scrib. A scrib is a guy who has, like, a map of everything, knows where everything's at, and know what to do and where to go just by all the maps he has. Now, the girl Sarah, I don't know, it was never really said what her main class is, but her subclass is either like a housewife or a maid. That wasn't really specified in this episode. But the cat person name in this episode that has saved her from those goons in the alley is Nina. I think that's how you say his name. Or Nina. I think it's Nina. I think that's how you say his name. But it's a guy, Nina, saved him, and basically it was just them just saying, he walked in and said, hey, this house is pretty clean. And she said, and then he said, you'll make somebody a nice housewife one day. And she was like, oh, thank you, and whatever. And a couple of things happened in this episode. About a good 4 to 5 things happened. The first thing that happened is we go back to the Crescent Moon Alliance, and they're calling in a whole bunch of guilds that's under their alliance for something. Like, something big is going to go down. I don't know what it is yet. I don't know what's going to go down, but something big is going to go down. And they're calling a whole bunch of people, a whole bunch of guilds back to their alliance or where their base is. Now, I don't know, I forgot exactly what the name of those guilds are, but if I remember them, I'll probably put them in this video. But if I don't, hey. But you watch the episode, you can probably go back and see it for yourself. But and another thing that happened in this episode, that we get 2 villains. Like, finally we get to see who the villains are going to be. Like, I hope these villains be around the first time. These villains' name is Demikas and Lundark. I'm looking down because I'm looking at my name, looking at my notes to get to see what I wrote down. But names are, the 2 villains' names is Demikas and Lundark. Now, Demikas looks like this big brute guy, and he has this, like, this thing on his arm. It's like a Vega thing from Street Fighter, like how Vega has the Wolverine little fangs on his arm that he puts on his arm. He has that on his arm, and he's like the leader. He's the leader of the Brigandi. I don't know how you say that. I'll put the word up here somewhere, like right there. Yeah. But he's the leader of that V-Force. They're a V-Force of Shikino, or where the place they're going to save the girl, where the place Shiro, Nogatsu, and Akatsuki is going to save the girl, Sarah. Now, another thing that happened in this episode is that it starts off, I really should have said how it starts off at the beginning of this video, but it starts off with them at, like, the mouth of the cave. They go into the cave, and then they're just basically talking just about nothing. And then they're like, Nogatsu keeps almost falling through the bridge they're walking on. And he finally, when he asked Shiro, like, Shiro, is this bridge even safe, man? We should find another route, dog, because every time I keep walking, I think I'm, like, good. I almost fall through. So, and as soon as he tells Shiro that, Shiro says, hey, wait, stop. And then Shiro falls falls through the bridge. Akatsuki and Nogatsu almost fall. Oh yeah, I got his name right, by the way. His name is Nogatsu. I got his name right. But Akatsuki and Nogatsu almost fall through, but they don't. Nogatsu catches Akatsuki, but Shiro falls through and lands in some water. And while he's in the water, I don't know if I don't know if he was hallucinating or what we saw was his future, but we saw Shiro, like, we saw him sitting down. First we got some backstory on him while he was in the water, while he was unconscious. We got some backstory on him. He's a college student. He's going to be, I think he's an electrical engineer major. And usually when he is like in real life, he really don't participate in like activities with his friends. Even when he's with his friends, he feels alone. So, but when Elder Tale came out, when that game came out, he was in the game. He was telling a whole bunch of people, this is how you do this, this is how you get this. And people was like, yeah, Shiro, I love you, man. Thank you for this. Yeah, Shiro, I love you, man. Thank you for this. You are great, man. And that made him actually feel welcome and not alone anymore, and actually helped him. But the whole time he was thinking of this, I was like, okay, now, and after we got the backstory, then it was like a flashback. I don't know if it was a flashback or flash forward into his future or his past, but I think it was the future because Nogatsu was there. He was there, and Akatsuki was there, and it was like two new characters that there. I don't know their names. I'll probably know their names in the later episodes, but I don't know their names. But they was there, and I don't know what they talked about. I forgot. But I don't know if that was a flash forward or a flashback or he was just hallucinating. But that was interesting. But yeah, man, that's all I got for this episode. I just, just rambling, just talking about it, just saying what's on my mind. That's how I do my reviews over here. I just talk about it, say what's on my mind, I'm saying what's in my mind right now, and then I look at my notes and to remind me of something. Like I'm looking at my notes right now. It's just, just this. I'll write down stuff on this, and that's just basically it. That's all that happened in this episode. Yeah, that's all that happened, man. I really want to know more about these villains that we got, though. I want to know more about Demicast and Lundark. I really want to know about those two guys, and I really want to know, like, what's going on with the Crescent Moon Alliance? Like, why are they calling all these guilds back to talk about something? Like, what's going on with that? That's two things I want to know, and I hope it will get explained in the next episode. If it don't, we'll probably get it the next couple episodes down the road. But tell me how I did, tell me what you like, and thank you. That's a closet!